This spring, you're going to want to add the Bloom Shawl to your list of must makes. It's a quick project that will complement any outfit, whether that's a tank top and jeans or a beautiful dress. It's just warm enough to keep the chill out of the air, but not too warm. It's lacy and breezy. So if you want to wear this shawl on a beautiful spring day, it's not going to be too much. It's actually quite comfortable. The level of this crochet project is an intermediate level crochet project based on the shell stitches that we are making and where we're placing them. You advanced beginners, if you're up for the challenge, you're more than welcome to give this a try. This shawl measures in at 64 inches wide by 26 inches long, or in centimeters, that's 162.5 inches or centimeters wide, or 66 centimeters long. Beautiful shawl, perfect for that full wrap effect. Materials, I used 1 skein of Premier Bloom yarn. I actually had just a little bit left over because there wasn't enough to finish that last row, so I had to back it up, and so there's a little remainder. So when it comes to the amount of yarn that I used for the shawl, using a size 3 weight or DK size yarn, I used just under 656 yards of yarn, 600 meters, 7 ounces or 200 grams of yarn, because again, that's how much would be in a full skein of the Premier Bloom yarn, but I didn't quite use the full skein. There was just a little bit left over. The crochet hook that I used is an I9 or 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. I'm going to be using a size 3 weight yarn for this demo, and it's going to be in a solid color. This is the Bernat Softy Baby yarn, so that's what I'm going to be using for the demonstration. And then a pair of embroidery scissors and a yarn needle or tapestry needle to weave in those ends. Now for the pattern that you can find on my website, crochetwithtiffany.com, for the Bloom shawl, I'll put a link in the description section below for you. I did include the multiple stitch count requirement, so you can make adjustments to the shawl, making it longer or shorter depending on what you want to do. The multiple stitch count requirement is a multiple of 12 plus 1, and then plus 2 more for the turning chains to get onto row 1. To get through the instructions faster, I'm just going to make a small swatch and not do the full 291 chains. Looking at the multiple stitch count requirement of a multiple of 12 plus 1 and then plus 2 more. So I'm going to chain 39, and when I'm done chaining, I'll meet back up with you to start row 1. For row 1, we're going to make 2 double crochet stitches in the 3rd chain from our crochet hook. So looking at our V-stitches, 1, 2, 3, 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Those 2 chains actually do count as our first double crochet stitch, so technically we have 3 double crochet stitches right here. That's important to note if you would like to put a stitch marker in that top chain right there, just to identify that as a stitch space. You might want to do that now. It's just a helpful tip. Next, we're going to skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and single crochet in the 3rd. Great. That's like a half shell stitch right there. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and single crochet into that 6th chain. Now we're ready for a shell stitch. So we're going to skip 2 chains, 1, 2, make 5 double crochets in the 3rd chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and single crochet in the 3rd chain right there. We skip the 2 chains before the shell and 2 chains after the shell, so that way that shell stitch can lay flat against that foundation row. Then we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 5 chains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and single crochet in the 6th chain. And that is the repeat pattern. We will next skip 2 chains, make 5 double crochet in the 3rd chain, then skip 2 chains and single crochet. Great. And that is the repeat pattern all the way across for row 1. Next, we would chain 5, skip 5, and single crochet, followed by skip 2, 5 double crochet in the 3rd chain, then skip 2, single crochet for that shell stitch. Repeat all the way across for row 1, and I'll meet you at the end of row 1 to show you what to do next. At the very end of row 1, you'll see 3 stitch spaces left. What we're going to do is skip the first 2 stitch spaces and make 3 double crochet in that last chain. 1, 2, 3, and that will give us a half shell and keep the sides of our shawl straight. Right, moving on to row 2. For row 2, we're going to start by chaining 1, turning our work. Perfect. Now what you're going to notice with this pattern is that we're going to have 1 row with a solid shell in it and 1 row where there's not, and then 1 row where there's a shell in it and 1 row where there is not. So we just finished a row where there was a shell in it. What we're going to do is we're going to single crochet in the first stitch space right there. Then we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Find the next space, which is a chain 5, and single crochet around the chain. So find that chain, take your crochet hook around it, yarn over, and single crochet. Then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next grouping is a shell stitch. There's 5 double crochet stitches. We want to single crochet in that middle or 3rd double crochet stitch. And then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next is a chain 5, so we're going to single crochet around it. Then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything's in 5s. That's one thing that makes it easy about this pattern is that you just have to keep track with being in a multiple of 5 and you are good. Single crochet in that 3rd double crochet stitch of that shell. Right, and then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet around the chain 5, and then at the very end of row 2, chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. And then find that chain 2 that you may have a stitch marker in and single crochet on top of that chain 2 turning stitch to close row 2. All right, for row 3, start by chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, turn our work. Perfect. Single crochet around the first chain 5 section. Great. Next, we're going to make a shell stitch. So 5 double crochet stitches in that single crochet stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet into the next chain 5 space, and then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and single crochet around the next chain 5 space. Make 5 double crochet stitches in the next single crochet stitch right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into the next chain 5 space, and chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet into the next chain 5 space. The repeat pattern for row 3 is going to be shell stitch and then chain 5 stitch. shell stitch, and then chain 5 stitch. So you're never gonna have 2 shells right next to each other. If you reach the end of row 3 and you're noticing that there's something off, definitely go back in the row and see, did I put 2 shells next to each other, or did I put 2 chain 5s next to each other by accident? It does happen, so be aware. The end of row 3 doesn't look the same as the pattern shows, I would definitely double check that. But yes, we're going to have a single crochet, then chain or 5 double crochet stitches in the single crochet stitch. Close the shell by single crocheting into the next chain 5 space that is connected to, and then chain 5 to hop over. All right, repeat this pattern all the way across for row 3. At the very end of row 3, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then double crochet into that single crochet stitch. By doing this, we're helping to make the sides of our shawl or project straight. So check that out. Very good. There's row 3. Row 4, even stitch row. So it's going to be another one of those rows where we're just chaining 5 all the way across. So we're going to start with a chain 1, turn our work, single crochet into the top of that first stitch, and then let's get to it. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet in the third double crochet stitch of that shell. Then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and single crochet around the chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're going to end row 4 by actually single crocheting in the third chain of this chain 5 we started with. So it doesn't matter if you're counting 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. The third chain is going to be right in the middle. So this is the end of row 4. Again, all even rows are going to be those chain 5 hopovers. Okay, real quick pause. You may notice if your chain 5s are starting to look a little lopsided or things in the row are starting to look a little off track. Go back and check to make sure that your single crochet stitches were in fact in that third double crochet stitch of the shell. It is very easy to make that single crochet stitch in the fourth double crochet stitch, in which it will actually shift everything and cause things to look a little different. So definitely pay attention to that, as well as keep checking your work to make sure it's looking the way you want it to, so you can quickly make adjustments as you go. Right, row 5. We're going to start by chaining 2. 1, 2, turning our work. All right, make 2 more double crochet stitches in that first stitch space. 1, 2. That chain 2 does count as our first double crochet stitch, and this is our first half shell stitch for the row. Single crochet around that first chain 5. And there's our half shell. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Single crochet around the next group of chain 5, and then shell stitch. 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet. And I think you know the pattern. Let's keep going. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, single crochet, and shell. Single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, at the very end of row 5, we're going to make 3 double crochet stitches in that last single crochet stitch to close the row and have the sides be very nice and straight. Beautiful, right? So this is what our work will look like at the end of row 5. Woo! Here, let me get my hands out of the way real quick. Oh, it's so pretty. And it really is those even number rows that just have those chain 5s that help with that airy, lacy look to this pattern. So beautiful. All right, all we're going to do to finish off this pattern is repeat rows 2 through row 5 over and over and over again. So again, row 2 will be one of those chain 5 rows all the way across. And then moving forward with the pattern, all you really have to do is look at the ends of the work. If your work starts with the half shell, then you know, hey, I got to start with a chain 2. If your work is going to start with a no shell, you're going to chain 5 to hop on over and then start a shell with the next one over. So a big indicator for me, reason why I didn't really have to follow, okay, round 19, I have to do these instructions, is because if you just look at the side of your work, it's a pretty big indicator of what you've got to do for that particular row. Also knowing that every even number row is the chain 5 row. For the Bloom Shawl, I went to row 50 and then I stopped. Again, I got really close to going or finishing off row 51, but there wasn't quite enough yarn in order to satisfy that last row. So I had to back it up a little bit and end at row 50, but I was able to make this entire shawl with one skein of yarn, which was awesome. Guys, I really do hope you have the very best day. And remember to keep making memories this spring with everything you make. Bye.